I think that it has to be probably when I was in 8th grade. A girl in my class told me I was one of the two ugliest boys in the school. That's been well over 40 years since I was in 8th grade. And to be carrying it still now, into the 5th decade is kind of crazy. Anytime I think I might be dressed well or look good, that does come back and haunt me and just says, well, you're one of the two ugliest boys in our class.
I guess that I was stupid. Yeah, just like homework, and like little things like dropping like glass. Me and my dad don't really have that good of a relationship right now because of like the way he talked to me when I was little. But I was stuck like feeling stupid for a long time. Like I feel like I was like playing myself down for a lot of situations because of what my dad said to me in the past. So it's just like, I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, so the most painful thing I've been told was by my mother when she essentially blamed me for my grandmother's death. We were traveling, my grandmother was sick at home, and then she told me because I had said a swear word, it was just damn, like the word was damn. And then the next day my grandmother had passed away. She's like, because you said that, your grandmother passed away. I still hold that against her to this day. Like I can't see my mom the same because of that. And I hold like incredible guilt, like surrounding my grandmother's death.
Do you think you'll ever find healing from it?
No, I would have to like, unless my grandmother could like come back from the dead herself to tell me like it's not your fault, I don't think I could like ever get over it.
So when I was a child, I had it was a very violent childhood. And when I was about 18 years old, I got kicked out of my mom's house. And one of the things that she told me was to get the f*** out of her house. And she called me a piece of shit. I held on to that for the last 15 years almost. I've stemmed in all kinds of things, abandonment issues, thinking that I was a piece of shit, and essentially letting that mold a huge part of who I had become in my early 20s and basically until recently, to be honest. So yeah, I think that was the hardest thing that I've ever heard, was from my own mother.
It was my mom telling me, how could I ever be proud of you? Like when I came out to her, and that like always like sticks in my psyche that, just like not being able to like my mom asking me, how could I ever be proud of you when you're not straight, whatever. So yeah.
It was, I think my dad was really mad at me, and he was mocking me because a year earlier I tried to kill myself, and he was like making fun of that. He said, oh, at least I'm not the kid that tried to kill himself. Your dad ain't never cared about you, and he don't give a f*** about you. I just started talking back to my dad now. Things have been good. When I speak to him now, though, he be the only one that seemed like listen, for real, for real. And it's like you live in a world where everybody has their own perspective and nobody wants to get to know anybody else's. But when I talk to him, I feel that. And he give me that idea that he really do care about what I got to think about, and that we not so different. And it's crazier too, because me and my dad got the same name. So it makes me feel like I do got somebody on this earth that understand me.
The most painful thing I was told was when my dad woke me up and told me that my Nana had passed away. Yeah. Every day I find moments where I'm like, oh, I wish I could just like call her or like let her know like what's new in my life. I very much leaned on her when I was younger. My mom worked a lot. She was a young mom, so she took care of us for the most part. I would just say she embodied sunshine, like any room she walked in. If it was dark, it was light. She had this laugh that anytime you would hear it was kind of like a cackle. It was kind of annoying a little bit, but really, really funny. And you couldn't help but like laugh as well. She's just very special. Thank you for asking. It feels kind of good to open up a little bit, because I don't talk about it often, but I don't know, sharing just a part of her in my day like feels good. So thank you.
Yeah, what was her name?
Cheryl.
Okay.
Her name is Cheryl. Cheryl too.
The first thing comes to my mind is when someone I know told me that my brother is better than me in a lot of stuff. When I'm with my brother, I feel like I'm not there all
When you're with your brother with
Uh-huh.
a lot of people, you don't show your personality?
yeah, because my brother is like show up to everyone, and I'm like in the back. And the most painful thing was when I entered to a room, and someone said like, "Where's your brother? And you, why are you here?" Something like that, and that was like a shock to me. He doesn't know that I feel like I can't show me when I'm with him.
You've never told him?
No.
Does the way you feel and the things you were told, does it change how you feel about your brother at all?
5 years ago, yes. Now, no. I go to therapy, so I can change that feeling, because it was a very bad feeling, because my brother doesn't have that fault, that what I was through. So no. I love him. Yeah.
Oh, the first time someone told me and my sister didn't look alike, I guess. Because, like, that's, like, my favorite person in the entire world. So telling us that we didn't look alike was kind of harsh. Like, my own blood, my own, like, person was not looking like me. We didn't act alike at the time, so it was weird. It hurt a lot. They're my favorite person on this entire planet.
I think in my first relationship, I was told things like, God, you can't really do anything by yourself, can you? Or like, how would you survive without me? Just really demeaning things that made me feel like I couldn't be my own person. So it really sunk into me for a long time that I couldn't be by myself and I couldn't be my own person, and I needed someone to help me with everything in my life. And I knew deep down that that wasn't true, because I'd always been very independent as a kid. But that person just sucked my entire soul into theirs and devoured it and spit it back out. And it took a long time to unlearn that and realize that that's not true. And that was their insecurity of knowing that if I realized that I could do anything myself, I would leave. Now I live fully nomadically in my van. I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's been my dream since before I met that person. And I do everything by myself, and I feel like completely confident in that fact. And it's a really beautiful kind of like full circle moment.
So I've been complimented a lot. This is a compliment, but it's kind of painful to me that I'm such a very good listener and that I listen to people well. But I take it kind of as a painful thing to hear, because I feel like I don't share my feelings enough, and I don't speak a lot to other people, and so I feel like people never hear me. So I feel like when I speak, they don't listen as much as I do.
Because of my situation, I can't really travel. So when my family travels out, they express to me that they have to disconnect from me, kind of forget that I'm here, so they can enjoy themselves.
I think the most painful is just being told that you're too sensitive, and it hurts because it's the very thing that a sensitive person would not want to be told. It makes them feel like they're not enough. They'll never be enough. No one will ever understand them.
Okay. I think the most painful thing I've been told is that I might never know what this is all about. Yeah. That this life might always be a mystery, for sure.
Before you go, have you gotten any answers as you've gotten older?
Just opinions, and none of them are really like answers, because no one really knows.
What do you believe?
Take your time and enjoy the little things.
The most painful thing I've been told was something I was told, but I didn't even realize I was told, which is I was 45 and I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I lived my whole life, 2 children, a wife, the house, San Diego, beautiful, everything great. And then I lost it. I lived on the street. I lived on the street in Mexico. I went to jail 5 times in Mexico. And then because of my sister, she's the only one that saved me. She saved me and brought me in, and I'm living in her place.
What was the most hurtful part of it all?
Oh, my kids. I was the go-to. The wife owned an advertising agency. She's lovely, she's awesome, but she's a worker. I worked from home, and I had the kids, and they were my babies. And I just disappeared on them. And I was every day at school, everything, every soccer, doing gymnastics in the backyard, everything. And then I was gone, and there was a babysitter, and boy, let me tell you, that didn't help them at all. That was the hardest thing. The hardest thing. I'm still feeling the effects. I just want to say that I'm in touch with my daughter all the time, and we're starting to patch up. And I see my son 3 times a week. And I'm working on a product now, a golf product, that I hope saves me. It was a golf product that me and my dad worked on, and we worked on it together, and then he died, and I bailed out on it, of course. But now I'm back. So I feel like it's a gift from my dad, who is in heaven. What the product does that nothing else does is it provides a club face angle visibility, and it says if your club face and your putter path both are square and on line. It uses a fused color, a blue color over a yellow color that makes it green, and when it's green, you know it's good. I am selling it on fusion.golf. It's ready to go right now.
Okay, it'll be linked in the description for my listeners. Check it out.
Oh.
There you go. Thank you so much.
Any golfers out there, it works, I promise. Really good. Really, you'll be happy.
Hey everyone, for those of you who are new, my name is Thoraya and I'm the girl behind the camera. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I have a new episode up. And follow me on Instagram, I'll be posting more on there. As always, thank you guys for everything. I love you all, and I'll see you next time.